Yo, peeps, so we're at my gaff, we're under the lights. I've just unboxed, earlier today, we unboxed the XM Studio Black Panther. We're going to go through the review, tell you what we think, run through the positives. Really want to hear Alex's opinion because he was in Singapore for the for the Singapore Game and Toy 2016. So we're going to get his opinion on that. So stay tuned, yeah? Peace.
Where do you want to begin?
Dude, you know, the piece is fucking beastly, bro. You know, it's sculpted by Daniel Bell, which speaks for itself. You know, the guy is an absolute genius. So, you know, if you haven't got any of his pieces in your collection, I suggest you seriously consider it. His attention to detail, anatomy and physiology wise is spot on, and you know, he's really nailed this. He's nailed the pose, and the body work on it is absolutely unbelievable. It's also, I've got to give a massive thank you before I start to Mohammed Saflik, who literally, he basically hit me up and said, right, it says Alex, you know, it's time to pay. We paid. He told me it would be shipped like a couple of days later, and then he texted me, gave me the tracking number, and within 26 hours later, I have it in my hand. That is fucking ridiculous. That does not happen not anything I know of. I've bought things from literally Hull in the UK and it takes fucking longer than this. So it's absolutely crazy. So massive thank you, Mo. I've got another piece with him, thankfully, and hopefully it's just a smoother transaction as this.
Another Daniel Bell piece.
It is another Daniel Bell piece because I'm all over that boy. You know what I mean? If I didn't have Magneto, if I didn't... Okay, so I want to know what you think, dude. You went there, you saw the prototype, what do you think?
Well, let's go back a little bit.
Because I'm biased, dude. I'm invested. I've paid money.
Let's just go back a little bit first, because George is getting a little bit ahead of himself.
Always.
What we'll do is, first of all, we'll just show you the print. So, I mean, we showed this in the unboxing. We'll just go through it. The best thing about them is that, well, they are very good prints. I think it's by Studio Hive. And the thing about them as well, they're all uniform. So if you display them all, they all look the same.
All the same size.
The problem with the classic Sideshow ones was they were just all over the place. You know, all the sizes were totally different. All the styles were different.
Quality-wise, they were different. Because we just saw the Silver Surfer, which is fucking insane.
Silver Surfer's great, but then the Comic trilogy, Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom are a bit dire.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the print there. So we'll put that to one side.
Yeah.
And also these are, you know, I have the Comic Spider-Man version. It's even signed by Ariel Olivetti, and I don't even know where I put it. I put it back in the case, and I don't have no intention to display it.
It's nice collection.
The Venom one's all right. I would say the Freddy Krueger one's all right, but again, no intention of displaying it. But anyway, back to the piece. So what we'll do is I will come back onto your question shortly. I haven't forgotten it. Don't worry. I'm just constructing it in my mind and buying some time. I'm joking. We'll just go through the actual the pieces we do. So we start from the base. Base is really heavy. Really chunky. So basically, yeah, you've got the rocks, you've got the vines, going on here.
It breaks up nicely, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
It does.
It's you know, it's got the big stone sort of cats, and they're the panthers, and they're the same sort of colour as the base. There is, I hope it shows up on camera, but there's a lot of work into texturing these rocks and a lot of different colours. There's moulds of greens, greys, blacks, and very, very light greys all through it. These vines break them up nicely. They could be a little bit more vibrant. They could be a little bit brighter, these wooden sort of things. I'm glad they kept them in there. What are they, poles, wooden poles?
Or posts.
Yeah, posts. Yeah, so they're with the real 24 karat rope.
And you've got the kind of cat totem, the panther totem here, which is kind of, this one's crumbled, but you can still kind of see the face beginning there. You've got the, it's not a chin on the cat, is it? What would you call that? Is it a chin?
Yeah, have a fucking chin like we. Lower jaw, that's it. You want to be veterinary about that, bitch.
So, yeah. And then you kind of work up onto the piece. You've got the really well sculpted boots. And you've got that look like really nice there, stitching on there. You've got the colouring on there. And then also, like, you know, you've got the texturing on his trousers.
Yeah, but it's nice how they've broken the smooth with the rough, isn't it? With the light hitting it, it does a fantastic job of breaking up the fact that it's a black character. There's blue highlights in there which we've only just started to see. You don't remember them before.
I don't recall them from I don't record him from Singapore. I did look back on our video, but it was a bit poor quality, so I did look back over Rebecca's video. It's Cisco, and I still couldn't really make it out. But yeah, the stitching in the blue break up there is really nice, and then you kind of got all the creases on the knee there, which again, nice attention to detail. The thing that definitely wasn't there were the nails. The claws were not chrome.
No.
They were kind of painted the same kind of grey, and actually feel metal.
Yeah.
They feel metal, but
they
were painted the same kind of grey as the tip of the spear. Sorry, the base of the spear. They were kind of that colour, but now they're actual metal. I can feel them because they're cold.
Yeah.
And then again, you work your way up. You've got the kind of, I don't want to call it a bracelet because that kind of demasculates him, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, you just have a habit of demasculating people. Yeah. It's
well,
whatever it is.
All the time.
The vibranium, metal running through the suit, and that wasn't there either. The copper colour, metallic copper colour with a bit of silver in it. That wasn't the same. It was black. The prototype, from what I can remember. But you have to tell them, man. What did you do when we broke after the video? Tell them what you did.
Well, I
only ever had all the reviews we've done. It's happened one other time.
Well, basically, I mean, I had someone on hold, kind of on standby, that offered me a Black Panther. I kind of booked some time and said, I'm just moving some money around. I'm just doing this and that, and I got back to them today and said, we're all go. So yeah, I've actually picked up one of these for myself.
It's only ever happened with Lobo. However, I don't know how many reviews we've done. Definitely a few hundred.
Well, just Sideshow is over 160.
Yeah. So there's of all the reviews we've done, that I think that speaks volumes for the quality of this. I have to say, XM Studios, Ben Ang and Sangang have done an absolutely fucking amazing job. With constructing this, putting this together. It's another absolute home run from XM. Yeah. Just the amount of parts and the engineering. The one thing about XM which I love more than anything, I just don't worry. I open the box and you know what, I'm about 99% sure it's perfect. And literally then you get it out and you've got the pads underneath this hand, like a little nice, I don't know what you'd call it, what type of material it's made out of, but just,
I didn't touch it.
It's a nice foam padded thing that sits underneath onto his palm. It's things like that, and the way that the cape is engineered, the weight of it, the feel of it. It's not going to pull it off. It's not going to break or snap. It doesn't feel brittle. And then you've got the way that the necklace slips in seamlessly. Watch the video because we fucked that up. Alex worked it out, thankfully. Yeah. And then the collar goes in.
I was just going to edit that.
There's no seam out of place. There's no bulging areas. There's no foot that doesn't go in. There's no knee off the floor. Everything on it fits absolutely perfectly. And that is a credit. I mean, that's what I say. The one thing about XM is the innovative design and the fact that the engineering is above anything else. They really don't mess about with the engineering. And just this stuff. I mean, the spear itself is just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, the spear is actually metal on the tip of the spear, and the detailing there. So you got kind of etched into there. You got the black etchings.
Yeah.
Just being careful, I don't fucking stab myself in the arm with it. The thing is,
worry about the blade.
I mean, one of the things which George was talking about is the cape. This is it's plastic material, but I think it works because, I mean, if you had, as I say, for example, with the Batman and the Superman premium formats, they cast it fully, and it's really, really heavy. They're really nice sculpts, really, really well done, but they just cause more issues in the future. They cause more breakages. Like slow developing cracks, leaning. So you've got so many issues that you can get a fully sculpted cape, but do you really want to risk in 3 or 4 years' time that your piece is going to be leaning or your piece is just going to develop a crack a long time? And I think by making it out of some sort of plastic compound, I think is a better option.
You're not wearing the fucking cape yourself, are you? You're not going out to fancy dress wearing his cape. So once it's set up and it's in display, providing it looks amazing,
there is the option people do display without cape.
Yeah, for me, there's something about the flow of it that just works for me on this piece. The way that the cape is actually flying out to one side. It's like I feel like he's just he's jumped through this gap.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel he's jumped through the gap and then the wind is taking the cape. And the flow of this piece is what I love so much about it. It's why the second, it's stealthy, you know. Unlike the Sideshow one, which creeping down the stairs, there's something off with that pose, you know.
Yeah,
the best other one that I've seen is the Kotobukiya one. You know the Kotobukiya one that they that one that's got a nice decent
that's
pose.
Quite similar. That's got the similar cat head on the base, no?
It's similar, yeah. It has he's standing on there, but it's a little bit more agile. You know, like I find that the Sideshow one and the the Iron Studios one is
don't look at me.
Yeah, the Iron Studios one as well is it just for Black Panther you want him to be agile, smooth, slick, silky movements. You want him to be effortless in his movement. We'll change the head over for you, give it a little spin so you can have a little look. We've got close-up pictures and stuff we'll add to the video, but you can sort of see just by the sketch that it's 21 inches high, 20.5 inches wide, and about 18 inches deep. It is an absolute monster. It weighs 15 kilos. It is an absolute beast. We'll change the head over.
Did you want to stop on the back for a little bit there? You went a bit quick.
Yeah,
You went a bit wild.
Don't move. Thank you. Now go.
Yeah, you were just like too quick with that.
Yeah.
So as you say on the back, not a lot of people display it so you see the back, and they've definitely carried on with the paintwork on the back, and
there's no half cut.
So you haven't got a type of an issue of saying, well, it's going to be on display, so you don't have to worry about
it. What
it.
criticism?
You've got the vines there.
What do you not like? If any? I know you've bought it now, so you must obviously like it. But if there had to be something, what would you call? Because your opinion is the one that matters here, not really mine. I'm biased. I've invested. So
you don't fucking count. Well, the only little tiny things is I do think that the seam on here could be better. So you got the seam of this piece comes off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
so
does.
That's
definitely around the vine, isn't it?
Yeah, so the seam across here with the brick could have probably been maybe made a little bit different. And then also along the same seam, you have a vine that's kind of
got a clear
line on there. It could have been filled a bit better. But again, that's very trivial. And then maybe at the back where the vine goes in, there's like a little piece of vine that clips in. That might be better. As you were saying before, maybe I think it comes out a little more vibrant on camera, but maybe the vines could be a bit more vibrant just to add something. I'm not talking
just a bit
crazy,
just a little bit lighter green
just a touch.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
They're rocks. What can you say about rocks? They're rocks.
I think the way that they're sculpted and I think the way they're coloured is beautiful. The way that they've done the edges, there's loads of lightness in all of the edges. So when a light hits this, it's sharp as fuck. It just jumps out, no doubt. I've got no problem with the base whatsoever. I do agree, a little bit of brightness to the vines and probably that seam, but I can't.
Didn't they originally have rope on the cat part? No. Wasn't there rope doing something else? No. Okay.
Originally it was this, and then the back were like them Zulu shields. They were wooden, like this colour.
Yeah, okay.
And they change, obviously that doesn't fit in with Wakanda. Obviously people that know Black Panther is T'Challa. He's now the king, isn't he? He's the king of Wakanda now. He's the architecture of Wakanda as a country. If you've ever read the comics, what are you checking that for? I just put it on there.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? The architecture is kind of highly based around the mythology of the cats. So, he gets his special powers from a special herb drink. Steroids! that he drinks.
So was Captain America.
From the native people, gives him power and he's touched with his spirits. He can run fast, he's strong, he's practically impervious to most sort of bullets or anything like that because his suit's lined with a vibranium, which is the strongest metal.
It's the same as with Captain America when they say about him fighting.
Fuck Captain America, bitch! Stop bringing him up here. This is about.
You're talking about steroids.
Yeah.
Because
injections.
He's gonna fucking piss up when you start.
Juice. But yeah, so he's really in touch with that. He's a really great character, and to be honest with you, he has a massive place to play in Black history because he is the first Black comic character ever.
Is he?
Yes, but he is he's the main dude. He is the first guy, and it's funny because he was envisioned 6 months before the actual Black Panthers, of the United States, the movement, actually took place. So he is before them. A lot of people think that the character was moulded off of that movement, but it's not actually true. The character was there first by 6 months. I checked it.
Just wanted to go back on a piece actually. Quite a nice little detail. I've just noticed there with all the scratches where you can see where his hand goes. And we already weighed this as well. I mean, we're not going to put up the scales now live. If you want to see that being done, you can watch the unboxing. But it was around 33 pounds and around 14.5 kilos.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I just want to chuck that in there.
Yeah. It's beastly, man. Definitely beastly. And I've got to say, the unmasked portrait is probably one of the best unmasked portraits I've ever seen. It is absolutely stunning. The sculpt, the paint, they've really captured a handsome, young, strong black guy. They've done a really good job. You know what I mean? Our boy Daniel Darkside Rising would absolutely love this piece. They're well under the radar at the moment, and people have still got them for sale. So I suggest you move fast, because once you get this in hand, once people start seeing it's fucking, you're never going to see this at this price. I don't think.
Yeah, and I think as well. I mean, it's going to be hard to display in Besta. I know a lot of people use Bestas. I don't think that's going in.
I don't know.
I think it'll be really snug,
If it's going in, it's going in on its own.
Or maybe without the cape. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll finish off there.
Why would the cape be the issue?
It comes out a little bit here.
Nah, man, it's that's the problem here.
Alright.
The base has a little nodule on the back on both rocks that comes out.
Actually, sorry, I'm right. You're right. The depth was the issue, wasn't it?
The depth is the issue, and that is this and this. Unless you want to cut his fucking hand off on the back of the base, just have him armless, you'd be alright.
Maybe.
It's a masterpiece. Massive thumbs up. Gets RaddTitan's, full approval.
Yeah, seal of approval.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Usual, like, comment, subscribe, share. I think this will go up before, but just to mention, we're going to have the 100th chat coming up very shortly.
Yes.
Definitely subscribe if you want to enter some competitions. We're going to have several competitions going on there.
Loads of giveaways.
Got a really big surprise on that one. So yeah, definitely check it out.
And let us know if you've got a piece, man. If you've got it on order, what you're planning to display it with, what you think. Let us know. We love conversing with you all. So mad love. Peace. Just showing you where he goes. I mean, I've displayed it there alongside the Cosmic Cube. Get in contact with Augustin Lowe if you want that. He's the one dealing with that. So I've got him with the cube and the pedestal, and with the Doom that has the custom unmasked head and the Fantastic Four custom base. I've done it that way. Now, a lot of people like him up high, and I definitely agree it's a piece that benefits from that, but they're a fantastic pairing, Doom and Black Panther. They've got a long comic history, so that's where I've got him in my display at the moment with the, the Doom comic in card, and the same with the Black Panther variant. So, yeah, let me know what you think, but that's how I've done mine. Much love, yeah, peace. So. This looks like behind the ropes, where boxers are about to have a scrap. The only difference is instead of there being fucking Johnny Nelson sitting there, there's a fucking Black Panther in the middle of us.
I was in Singapore for San Diego.
San Diego Comic-Con you were there for? No wonder there was nothing there.
I think we should actually, we'll show him at the end without the cape on, I think, and take some pictures without. No?
No.
You're not interested?
No.
Fuck you then.
I want to take it and I want to put it the fuck away. I'm not even enjoying it. No. The character, don't ever put that on the table. That's why it's there.